security, she used the knife she was attempting to open the plastic packaging with to cut the security dude after cutting herself. She then went on to scream at them and say she has AIDS, and now he's going to have it for trying to stop her. Wouldn't that be nice?
That's a little scare tactic.
You have AIDS now! If someone with AIDS threw their blood on me, I would be lit.
I was gonna say.
All right, twin. All right. Shoot the lights out. All right, twin. Can you hear me, twin? Twin, little twin, little one, little one.
I think it was 6th grade. I spat
Hopefully.
on a kid one time, and he thought I had hepatitis C.
What grade was this where you could even comprehend Hep C?
We just learned about it.
Oh.
Yeah, the teacher's like, don't
Spit on somebody that might have
All
Hep
right,
C. The teacher's face is like just riddled with she has like sores and shit.
Hawked a fat loogie on the kid's face.
Wow, that's rude.
Oh, I thought he spat on me, so I chased him around. Couldn't grab him, so I just went.
He did that little Jurassic Park dinosaur meme. And then Anyways, another post says, a woman comes in with some panties and said that they didn't fit and she wanted to return them for cash because she had already bought the correct size elsewhere. She had a receipt and plopped a Walmart bag down on the counter. Inside the bag were 6 crusty crotch shit-stained panties that were biohazard from 6 feet away.
Dude.
Needless to say, I did not touch them. I paged the manager on duty and he tells me to just take them back despite being very nasty. Process the return and she happily left the store with her $8. Which I will say, I think at Walmart you can bring back anything and they'll just be like, okay. It's pretty weird. Life hack, buy whatever you want and just return it later. Another post said, had a woman in her mid-40s decide to barricade herself in her family restroom so she could huff some air duster she stole from the electronics department. We called the police and they had to break the door in to get her. Thank God they did, because she almost OD'd on the air duster.
Do you think Bill was there?
Anytime that there's a Walmart bathroom, Bill is there. Don't worry. Bill is always there. He's inside of all of us, or we're always inside of him. Walmart has been criticized a lot for the way that they have treated their employees as well, with people often agreeing that they have a horrible corporate culture. Some people who have worked at their locations for years talk about how it is the most depressing job they've ever had, and employees are overworked, unrewarded, and undermined at all times. And one of the most viral and despised aspects of the company culture is the implementation of the infamous...
My mouse wasn't working, so it wouldn't let me pause the video.
Walmart cheer.
We're gonna try to finish this video and that's gonna be it. 8 minutes.
Stop taking meeting notes and then click up AI Note Taker. Do it for you. It allows you to focus on your meeting.
According to the Walmart training manual, the original founder of Walmart, Sam Walton, started a Walmart cheer in 1975. He was inspired after seeing workers of a tennis ball factory in Korea gather every morning to perform an enthusiastic cheer, which is so funny to think Sam Walton is just over in Korea. He's like, look at that. Look how fun they're having. We're going to do that in the States. Thank you, Mr. Kamigachi. I'll see you next time. Okay. Anyone can be given the surprise role of leading the cheer at any time. You like feeling publicly humiliated? Well, here you go. Well, the goal of this cheer being done every morning was to bring employees together. Many are absolutely humiliated that they have to do so for a company that treats them so poorly. And one Redditor explains that employees are threatened with coaching or termination for not participating in said cheer. Someone says, forced to do the Walmart cheer. If one person in the group doesn't do it, then we have to start all over again. This is now a requirement for a minimum of 2 meetings in the afternoon. Another person says, I had someone get written up at my old store for refusal to do the cheer when they walked away when we were about to start. Many employees admit that they found themselves becoming angrier, more hateful people after working at Walmart and having to put up with the rude customers and unprofessional staff. Walmart had me dislike most old people. Every position I've worked in, they've always been the worst. Of course, dude. I could have told you that. Hey, old people smell and they suck. Old people just smell like death, which is just the worst part.
Their skin's literally rotting.
Well, yeah, they're like, I got PB. Someone responded to that and said, they don't even ask for help, just yelp like tomato juice in my face, expecting an answer. I'd slap that old bag right in the face. Whoa! Hunter from a different timeline here. I had to come back in because when we got done recording the initial video, so you might see me swap shirts here. Do you guys remember peopleofwalmart.com and all the amazing photos that came there? It hit me like a freight train after we recorded, so I had to include it in,
Dude,
but
what the
peopleofwalmart.com,
fuck?
I'm pretty sure it's still up and active and people still post photos there. And there's also a couple more stories I wanted to add in. One in particular was the Walmart crime ring, because in 2024, it was revealed that a group of 7 people were participating in mass robberies across 10 states. The crime ring, which typically focused on stealing televisions, made off with close to 700,000.
You know what? I'm not even gonna try to make streaming work, bro. I'm just gonna go work at Walmart.
dollars in products within a single year from Walmart's. They would enter stores like Walmart and purchase 70 to 80 inch TVs, often valued around $600 or so, and then they would rush them back to a truck waiting outside where they would quickly unwrap, remove the product, and from there they would put a broken TV inside of the box and return it and get their money back. Pretty solid proof plan.
This is a big scam online. They'll buy something and then return it but throw rocks.
Yeah, so it has weight to it. Yeah. Well, that's weird. The TVs usually don't sound like a bunch of broken glass and rocks. That's odd. They would then use Facebook Marketplace to make profits selling the brand new TVs for like a marked up price. So not only are they getting their money back, they're basically getting like 200% worth of profit here. And the worst part is that not only were they making a massive profit from the robbery, but Walmart customers would buy their own TV only to find the broken ones inside from their refurbished section. This became a full-time job for them, and they were working so fast that soon every Walmart in the city had been hit multiple times. And eventually, someone was able to find some of the people involved by tracing the membership cards they occasionally used for their TV returns. 4 had been placed under arrest for theft, laundering, larceny, and more. The final 3 members, on the other hand, are still unknown. Out probably still buying TVs at just different places. Probably Best Buys, because people who work at Best Buy are like, I don't care. The ship is already sinking. How is Best Buy still open?
I thought they were going bankrupt.
They have to be. I'm not gonna give. We gave Red Lobster their little safety thing. Best Buy. Good riddance is what I say. And one of the biggest bombshell stories in the world of Walmart crimes, however, is found in Georgia, where a man was falsely imprisoned for kidnapping right outside the subway. He was like, I was just getting a cold cut combo. Cold cut combo. An older man named Mahendra Patel was at Walmart to pick up some Tylenol, and he was having trouble finding it. So he asked a woman nearby where he could find it. The woman was 26-year-old Caroline Miller, who had been shopping with her 2 young children. According to Caroline, the question was just a distraction that he used to get close so that he could grab her son away from her. I have a headache. What's that? Apparently, this sparked a tug of war for the child. Caroline successfully pulled her son away from her, and Patel was arrested soon after she called the police. Caroline told the story of a brave mother fighting to protect her child, but security cam footage told a completely different story. Patel noticed that the kid who was on her lap in the scooter was like going to fall off, so he was just trying to help him from falling and not cracking a skull on the ground. He quickly lunged forward to balance him and had no intentions of pulling him away from his mother, and there was no sign of tug of war claimed by Miller, showing that she greatly exaggerated the story. Patel was put under police custody for days, and they claimed that there was still more to investigate before letting him go, which is so funny where it's like, you saw. Yeah, so pretty much had to like tackle him, and we played like, we leg wrestled for 45 minutes. It's like, no, you're in a cart, and he just tried to help your son from falling and hurting himself. I like how they're just like, we better keep him around for a while.
What's crazy is in the footage, there's an eyewitness who notices, and he like looks.
He doesn't give a shit. It's Walmart.
They interviewed her, and apparently she said she just uses the scooter because the kids like it.
That's nice. I'm sure the person crawling around the store with their like incapacitated legs, I'm sure really likes that. I'd imagine if a guy saw like a man actually pulling a child off of like a rascal, they're probably like, I just saw a child get strangled with a garden hose here last week. This is nothing new to me. This is all completely normal. The fact that she rapidly began taking interviews and using social media to share her thoughts seemed suspicious. Probably a person who's like, yeah, I'm a total hero, right guys? Trying to get that social media cred. And then lastly, from Hunter from another time period with in a dirty shirt here. Too small of a shirt too. If I stood up and raised my arms, you'd just see a barrel of monkeys. That's what you see, all hunched together, their arms all clear. Hold up, that's what it'd be like. But I did want to talk about one more, which is the teen who was burned alive in a Walmart oven. You gotta include that. You gotta include the teen who was burned alive in an oven. Chris Marie Cower was a 19-year-old teen working alongside her mother at a Walmart in Canada. I probably butchered the fuck out of that name, so not trying to be disrespectful. I'm sorry. They were both working in the bakery, and her mother noticed that her daughter had suddenly stopped responding to her messages. She tried calling, but Cower's phone was turned off. She began to panic, searching for her until she reached the bakery walk-in oven. The mother found her daughter laying on the ground after burning to death inside of the oven.
Dude, that is so fucking sad. And a Harbor Freight ad comes up. Get the fuck off my shit!
God damn, dude. I like how we're trying to be sympathetic now. Yeah. Heavy stuff. Just joked about a kid getting strangled to death with a garden hose. Yeah, but this is real. The police were confused as to what the reason was, but further investigation showed no foul play was involved. Most likely meaning that some unfortunate accident resulted in her being stuck in the oven long before the fatal injury.
So there's actually a huge conspiracy theory that like she was...
For this case?
Yeah, something happened to her, like someone killed her or incapacitated her and threw her in, because news investigators showed like, how did she get locked in? Like there's a safety bar on the inside, so it's like something must have happened where she either like became unconscious and died in there.
I know that I worked at a bakery, and you do have to get up and you have to like deep clean in the ovens and stuff, but you're right, there's like safety releases inside. Also too, that would mean that if it was an accident, she would have to have gone in there, and then someone would have had to like accidentally start something without. It's just, that is a bit suspicious. Also just tragic. That would be a horrible way to die. God damn, dude. And you would think that that would be the only fire story, but there's actually the Walmart Halloween disaster. In 2015, a Walmart employee witnessed a 40-year-old man pushing around a shopping cart with a leaking bottle of lighter fluid inside of it. Once again, people are like, I saw the burned woman in the bakery. I've seen the garden hose person. I've seen the rascal fights. This is probably, once again, he's just like, who knows, right? We're in hell. After spraying the costume aisle full of it, he lit the entire place on fire. Everyone had to evacuate, and store employees began rushing to put out the fire. The man responsible was tackled by a security guard and kept there until police arrived. Firefighters arrived and hosed down the fire before things could get too out of hand. There was no known motive for this wild act, but luckily no one was injured in the chaos. Anytime I hear somebody who like Halloween stuff, I always think it's like a religious thing, which seems weird nowadays, but I really do think there's like some people who are like, this is the devil's work.
Satanic panic.
Yeah, it's disgusting what they're having kids wear. And they're just like, I'm taking it in my own hand.
I think he would say that though when he was like in custody.
Maybe, or it could be like a silent retribution thing. I did what I had to. Why'd you do it? I'm not gonna tell. God. Now, Walmart is truly an enigma, my friends. It seems as if anything can happen when you step into the store looking for a deal. If you're gonna shop there, just be alert. You never know when a machete-wielding maniac or a raging fire is gonna catch you by surprise. Thank you so much for watching the video today. Go shop at Walmart. It's a great, great time.
Alright. That's it. I've been streaming for like roughly, like I was saying, I've been streaming for roughly like 3 hours. And I made myself a stream schedule. Yeah, I know. I made myself a stream schedule, so it's past my stream schedule. I'm only supposed to be streaming about three hours a day, and it's like a little past that. But twin, Jackie, you probably won't see me live for like until like the 9th on TikTok. But it's on TikTok and my fucking face. But I will catch you. I just wanted to make sure that y'all fucking got to finish the video. And we're left on a fucking cliffhanger. But I'll catch you, twin. Aight. Aight.